Wait a minute. How's it going?
Fine. I'm just taking a brief rest.
There's another of those scummy beasts. One less monster around.
Khorinis is my honor, and my honor is my life.
Hey, you!
You? Who would have thought we'd see each other again? So, it looks like we both know how to stay alive. And as you can see, I've stuck with prospecting.
How much ore have you already mined?
A few chests. But there's nothing of that left here. Paladin Marcos decided to take the ore to the castle because we were constantly being attacked by orcs.
Don't you want to leave the valley?
Nah, I'll keep mining ore. I'm not gonna let a few orcs stop me. I've been through a lot more than that. Back then, when we were digging in the old mine, and suddenly the water broke through, but those are old stories.
How's your work?
You know, this rock is damn stubborn, almost like it was trying to prevent us from taking the ore.
Do you know which way Marcos went?
He didn't take the direct route. Instead, he wanted to cross the river where it was frozen. He wanted to cut around and approach the castle from the west.
Alright, so much for you, filthy beast. Alright, so much for you, filthy beast.
Wait a minute.
What the hell?
Halt! Who goes there? You haven't come to send me back into the ore mines, have you? I'll have to disappoint you then. There's no way I'm going back.
You're a convict on the lam, right?
How perceptive of you! Why else would I have crawled into this filthy hole?
That roast smells good.
Don't touch!
Hey! What's wrong with you?
You have to ask that? Just look around you. These damn lurkers have spread across the entire river since I've come here. First, there are only 2. Since yesterday, I've counted 5 at least. No idea how I'm ever gonna get out of here.
Have you tried getting through to the pass?
Do I look insane to you? 20 soldiers couldn't drag me out of here as long as those beasts are out there. I despise those things. I only have to smell them, and I break out in a cold sweat. And their constant gurgling makes the blood freeze in my veins. If you're that eager to have them skin you alive, go right ahead.
But you can't stay here forever.
I have no idea what it is you want from me, but I can tell you this. You're not gonna get me to leave here.
What would you give me if I killed the things?
Well, it would be enough if those lurkers in front of the cave would disappear. I found a lump of ore. I would give it to you in exchange.
The lurkers in front of the cave are gone.
Great. Now I can breathe again at last. Here's what I promised you.
Will you cross the pass now?
Forget it, man. If they catch me, they'll take me back to the mines. I'm staying put.
Hey, you! That...
Don't!
You miserable pirate!
Halt in the name of Inos. I am Marcos, Paladin of the King. Say what you want and speak the truth.
Relax. We're working for the same boss, Lord Hagen.
Since when does Lord Hagen hire mercenaries? Speak, what do you want here?
I come from Garand. He needs to know how much ore is ready for transport.
Tell Garon that I had to leave the mining site because the orc attacks became too intense. I tried to reach the castle with a few people, but I am the only survivor. I have stored the ore safely. There are 4 chests. Go to Garon and report that to him. Tell him I will guard the ore with my life, but I don't know how long it will be before the orcs find me here. Tell him to send me some support.
I'll let him know. How's the situation?
I shall hold out, and I hope that Garon will send me support soon.
Show me. Hey, you! I heard that you are the best crossbowman far and wide.
If they say so, it must be true. What do you want?
I am the greatest.
You're all right. Well, if you want to learn, then I'll help you.
How are things in the castle?
A few of the boys are practicing, but in principle, we're all just waiting for something to happen. This uncertainty is wearing us down. That's the strategy of those blasted orcs. They'll wait until our nerves are shot.
Here, I bring you Tengron's ring. It's supposed to protect you. Tengron says he'll come and get it once he's back.
What? Do you know what ring that is? He got that ring as an award for his courage in battle. You say he wants to get it back? If it's the will of Innos, he is going to. If it's the will of Innos.
Show me your wares. How? It could be better. Hey! What? That damn...
Innos enlightens all those who recognize his wisdom.
Don't say you didn't know that. For that is the will of Innos.
That's no secret. That's all just gossip.
He didn't get that from me.
Hey! What is your task here?
Originally, now I'm...
I'm telling you anything new.
I wouldn't be so sure.
He would have never thought of that himself.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
We can only wait and see. It amazes me.
That was obvious.
That's totally obvious.
I wouldn't be so
first I've
sure.
heard of it.
No idea. You tell me.
That's totally obvious.
Hey!
Got my own opinion about that.
And if you want to learn...
That's totally obvious.
Yeah, but you didn't get that from
Everything's
here.
as easy as that.
Better watch
Can't
out.
go on like
Nobody
this.
ever asks me.
Do you really believe that?
Nobody wants to know. Innos will aid us.
I talked to Fayeth.
What has he got to tell me?
His people have mined 2 chests of ore.
2 chests? I don't need 2 chests. I need 200!
He wants me to tell you that he needs more men.
What? I'm supposed to send even more men to certain death? He can forget it!
About Silvestro's mining site.
Did you go see him? Did you talk to him?
Everyone's dead there. They were surprised by mine crawlers.
What about the ore? Do you know how much they've mined?
They managed to secure a few chests first. They're in a cave along the path from the castle to the mining site.
Damn! Those were a lot of good men. May Innos have mercy on their souls.
I've met Marcos.
And? What does he have to report? How much ore does he have for us?
4 chests. He's left the mining site to take the ore to safety. Now he's guarding the chests in a small valley behind the lines of orcs. He's asking for reinforcements, however.
What? Only 4 chests, and he left his mining site? Damn! That isn't good. And now he wants more men? Well, fine. I'll send him 2 people. Damn! What's going on out there? Has Beliar himself come to wipe us out? My men are almost all dead, and with the bit of ore we have, we can't even stop one orc, let alone an army! This expedition is doomed to failure.
What about the letter for Lord Hagen?
We have 10 crates of ore on the hull, and we've lost twice as many good men. You shall have your letter. Lord Hagen must hear of this. This valley is cursed. Evil abides here.
What are you planning to do now?
I've tried everything. You're my only hope now. You and that Lord Hagen will send me reinforcements. We'll continue to stand firm and pray to Innos that he won't leave us despondent in this dark hour.
What about my pay?
Oh yes, right. I still owe you some gold. Here's your reward.
You don't have to tell me that.
I wouldn't have done that.
That's nothing new.
I can't go on like this forever.
I could have
You
told
mustn't believe everything you hear.
He listened to the wrong people.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
Hey! Let's go and free Gorn.
Well, the problem in this matter is that Gorn is a convicted prisoner. But if we're lucky, Garand will agree on a deal, and we can buy his freedom.
Yes, maybe.
Keep me in the picture.
I'm no better off myself.
I can't believe it.
That was obvious all along.
There've been all
Mustn't
kinds of
believe
rumors.
everything you hear.
This is gonna change. He really didn't deserve that.
I think you should have told me as that.
It was just like you said.
I want you to let Gorn go.
I can't let him go. He has committed many crimes and they must be atoned for.
Can I pay his penalty?
That might be a possibility, but certainly not a cheap one. I want 1,000 gold pieces for Gorn.
That's a lot of gold.
Gorn also has much to answer for. Bring me the gold, and I'll set Gorn free.
I want to buy Gorn's freedom.
Agreed. You can go to Gerald and tell him to release Gorn on my orders.
Who said that? Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Will it ever change?
Let's wait and see what happens. You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
Where did you pick that up then? I don't believe this is gonna change.
Set Gorn free. That's an order from Commander Garand.
I've already been informed. Here's the key. You can go in.
Enough trouble as it is.
Some problems solve themselves. That's nothing new.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
Anything's possible. Some problems solve themselves.
I'm in enough trouble as it is. He really didn't deserve that.
Nothing's ever gonna change that. Why haven't I heard about this before? It's totally
Enough of this lounging about. You're free.
It's about time somebody got me out of here. I certainly hadn't expected it to be you, though. It's damn good to see you.
Garand says you eat too much and he can no longer afford to feed you.
Now that you mention it, I could kill a couple of beers. Let's get out of here. I've seen enough of this cell. Wait, I've still got something here that you can really use. I found this armor here in the cell. Some prisoner must have hidden it here. It's too small for me, but it might fit you.
Thanks. I'll see you with Milton.
Sure thing.
You already know what I think.
Wait a minute.
Nobody ever asks me.
I'm not touching that. Why he gets so worked up.
It's totally... There've been all kinds of rumors.
I wouldn't be so sure. I already thought as much.
Why haven't I heard about this before? You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
I wouldn't be so sure. I can't believe that.
Who said that?
That's the first I've heard
Why
of
haven't I
it.
heard about this before?
He listened to the wrong people.
I wouldn't be so sure.
That's all just gossip.
I've freed Gorn.
Good. Then we should think about what happens next.
What are your plans?
I shall return. I will wait for a while, but now that Gorn is free, I can leave with him. It is more than necessary that Pyrokar learns of the situation here.
If you think so.
I hope that Lord Hagen will recognize the threat that emanates from this valley. Not to think of what will happen if the orcs come over the pass.
Well then, have a safe trip. What do you...
I shall reach...
Listen, I've loafed around here long enough. It's time I saw something other than this valley. How did you get over the pass?
There's a path through the abandoned mine.
Good. I'll wait for the right moment and then I'm out of here.
Then go to Onar's farm. Lee and his boys are there. He needs good men such as you.
I'll do that. I'll go check out how they're doing there.
We'll meet again.
You can count on it.
Do you really think?
Some don't even know how wicked they are.
He would have never thought of that himself.
Fine.
There is no escape for you.
Hey, you're finally back. You have to go see Zardes right away. There's a problem.
That I certainly believe.
All hell's broken loose since you left. Talk to Zardes. He's waiting for you. Zardes gave me this rune for you. It'll help you get to him faster. We'll meet again there.
Hey, you! I'm back from the Valley of Mines.
High time, too. What did you see?
You were right. The land's been overrun by an entire army of the enemy. Orcs are besieging the castle, and dragons have laid whole areas to waste. It won't be long before they attack Khorinis, if I'm not mistaken. I've explored the unknown part of the island.
And? What did you find?
It was all about a mighty artifact. The Claw of Beliar.
The Claw of Beliar? Where is it now? Do you have it on you?
Yes, here it is.
How very interesting. This weapon can be of great use to us, but it is also extremely dangerous. Take good care of yourself, and above all, don't lose it.
Lester said you wanted to see me at once. What the hell has happened here in the meantime?
The enemy has learned who you really are, and that you're planning to get hold of the Eye of Enos. He has recognized the threat. It has forced him to leave his cover and openly attack. The game of hide and seek is over. Yesterday, nobody knew what the enemy's attack would look like. Now it has become only too obvious.
I was attacked by magicians in black robes.
The enemy has many faces. The Seekers are one of them. They're really the ones who prepare the ground for the enemy. They have taken up their positions in strategic places and are now only waiting for an opportunity to spring the trap. Stay out of their way. They are very powerful magical beings, and they will try to deter you at any cost.
I finally got the proof that Lord Hagen demanded of me.
What proof is that?
I received a letter from Garand, the commander of the Paladins in the Valley of Mines. In it, he asks for reinforcements.
That should be enough to convince that militant warhorse. Well done.
What will be the next step now?
Go and bring Lord Hagen the letter from Garand, so that he may grant you access to the Eye of Enos. Then go to the monastery and talk to Pyrokar. He must give you the eye. Nothing is more important than getting this artifact away to safety. Go now before it's too late. The enemy will also try to lay his hands on it. power.
Mustn't believe everything you hear.
Good thing you're here. You need to help me.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
What is this about?
A lot of things have changed since I left here. I have to get back on my feet somehow.
What's the problem?
I have to get into the upper quarter. But I'm not a citizen of the town, and I don't have enough money to bribe the guards. That's where you come in.
So you want me to lend you some gold?
Nonsense. I've got some gold. A whole lot of gold, even. Unfortunately, I don't have it with me. You need to go fetch my gold for me.
That's an open secret.
Okay, I'll help you.
Well, listen. Back when the barrier was still in place, I hid a small treasure. It's been quite a while. That's why I forgot to take it with me. And I can't leave here at all at the moment. To cut a long story short, you must go to the Valley of Mines for me and fetch my gold.
Who says things like that?
Where's the gold hidden?
Directly at the trading square, above the abandoned mine. It's in a leather satchel. Spare yourself that comment. I know myself that we must have walked right past it. Just bring me the bag. But don't forget to check that it's the right one, so you don't walk all that way for nothing.
How can I recognize it?
It's full of gold. A whole lot of gold.
He had better shut up.
I'll try to find your gold.
Just do.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Can you?
I have to.
Everybody knows by now.
How's... That's...
You.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
He simply talks too much.
But he knew that all along.
And it's gonna get even worse.
That's no secret.
He listened to the wrong people.
You should really have known better.
You hardly know who the
I bring you news from Garand. Here, he gave me this message for you.
Our situation is worse than I had feared, but report to me on the situation in the Valley of Mines.
The Paladins are holed up in the castle in the Valley of Mines, surrounded by orcs. There were many casualties in the prospecting operations, and there's barely any ore left. Well, I should say that without any help, the lads are lost. That's how it looks.
I shall find a way to rescue this expedition. You have done much for us. Inos will thank you.
I'm not all that interested in his gratitude. I want his eye.
Yes, of course, I stand by my word. Take this letter. It will open the monastery gates to you. Speak with Pyrokar, the highest fire magician, and show him this authorization. He will grant you access to the Eye of Inos. One more thing before you go. Take this rune as a token of my gratitude. It will take you safely back to the city whenever you want.
How's...
I must... We per...
The path of virtue is long and rocky.
Justice will prevail in the end.
The path of virtue is long and rocky.
Someone's gonna pay for that.
That was quite obvious.
And Beliar gave unto...
Hey, what have you been up to? I expect more of my... Did you at least...
You wanted... And here are some...
And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work of Beliar. And Enos gave unto him a portion of his divine power, so that he might undo the work of Beliar. And Beliar spoke to another creature, and was brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the earth. But with it, the trees and animals were also washed away.
Hey, you! Bless me.
I bless...
Shh.
May Ino...
Hey, you. Hey, you.
Maybe. You'd... I need to get into the monastery. It's urgent.
I can't let you into the monastery. I'll get in trouble with the High Council. Without the permission of my superiors, I can't let anyone into the monastery.
I've got a letter from Lord Hagen.
Show me. All right, here's the key to the monastery. Pyrocar is in the church.
How did you get to the monastery so fast?
What kind of a question is that? I crept through the pass and made my way straight to the monastery. Admittedly, it was never easy avoiding all the monsters making themselves at home on this side of the valley, but ultimately I encountered fewer problems than I expected.
Do you know anything about the hooded figures?
No, but I have a bad feeling about those guys. Be careful if you run into them.
Do you know where the others are?
Gorn seems to have coped with his stay in Garan's dungeon very well. In any case, he wanted to go to Lee and see what was happening on the farm. After the grub they serve in the dungeon, he's probably stuffing but do you really think?
No idea. You tell me.
He ever asks
There you are again. I never thought the two of us. Well, but it is true. They with the but you. I look. If we were what they tell it.
I'll be
good.
Hey, what have you been up to? Did
you... And here is...
And Beliar spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the earth.
That's what I've always said. And it's gonna get even worse.
Hey, you. Hey. So what?
All right, here's the key.
I've got no time for things like that.
I do not know. I do.
Before.
I shall do. There must be reasons why you are tolerated here. If you cause trouble.
That's nothing new.
Been there, done that.
So it says in the scriptures.
That isn't true.
You don't have to ask me that.
I've come from the old Valley of Mines.
What do you have to report?
The enemy has formed up there with an army of orcs and dragons.
We have already learned that from Milton. But what about the king's shipment of ore?
The mine they are digging for Garand in the valley cannot satisfy the demands of the king.
The days are becoming grayer, and the light of the sun is ever weaker.
I was attacked by men in black robes.
I know. Those are the Seekers, henchmen from the nether realms of Beliar. Beware of them. They will try to take possession of you. Once possessed, you will no longer be yourself. Only here in the monastery could you find help then, so be careful. Here, this rune will bring you directly back to the monastery if you need our help. Remember, we must off.
You already know what I think.
What about a little blessing? I could surely use it.
May Ino stand between you and harm on all the unholy paths you will have to walk.
I think I'm possessed. Can you heal me?
Not without a token of your respect for this monastery, my son. 300 gold coins.
That's too much.
Not...
Great.
Here, drink this. May the mercy of...
I have come to take the eye...
I see that you have received an authorization from Lord Hagen himself to bear the Eye of Enos. I am afraid that I have to disappoint you. We have fallen victim to a treacherous plot of the enemy. The Eye of Enos has been violently taken from these sacred walls.
Who did this?
Evil is cunning, and usually works in secret. Only rarely do you see it emerge to pursue its evil machinations in broad daylight. But these days, one of our most faithful followers, the enemy has taken possession of Pedro. I fear that he simply spent too much time by himself, out... But you...
No one must violate the divine order.
What about...
May...
Where did the...
Pedro knocked down some of the other novices who tried to stop him, and many novices have gone after him to bring... If you want to catch up with him, you need to hurry before Pedro disappears out of your reach.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
One more. No one can say it is not.
Not so fast. A mercenary for hire of your...
That's totally obvious.
Whom should I kill?
For Inos' sake, No, Salandrill, the alchemist from the upper end of town, is guilty of a serious crime. However, he has refused to come to the monastery. How you accomplish this?
No problem.
Good. We expect...
Is there any...
Dismissed.
You already know what I think.
Same old
Hey,
thing
you!
all over again.
Where can I find...
Can't go on like this forever.
Innos deals out fair punishment.
Can't go on like this forever.
Hey! Do you know where Pedro is?
Do you think I'd be standing around here if I knew where the renegade was hiding? He must pay for his deeds. I hope we manage to get the eye back. You have to help us. Find him and bring back the...
Hey, you!
May Innos...
I'm not telling you anything new.
That's no secret.
You listen to the wrong people.
Can't rely on that.
That's the first I've heard of it.
He doesn't see that. That's not what I heard.
Nothing's ever going to change that.
So you didn't know that. You didn't get that from me.
Put down that weapon! See? That wasn't so hard.
Don't think I don't recognize you. Beat it and get changed.
Go on like this forever. That was quite obvious.
Don't think I don't recognize you. Beat it and get changed.
Hey, you!
Himself was after going on like this forever.
He doesn't see that.
The two of...
Listen, you... He didn't get that from me.
How's it going?
Have I given you...
I agree with
Hey, you!
He never would have thought of that himself.
Nobody ever asked
The two of us should have a chat.
Listen, you won. Now leave me alone.
That's been known a long time.
How's it going?
Have I given you permission to address me?
Nobody will learn anything from
Put down that weapon!
Oh, you're a rebel.
Finish him! God, let that be a lesson to him.
Brutal. Filthy thief. Just you wait.
Guards!
Put down that weapon.
Oh my God!
Don't
Let him
stop
have
now.
it.
Finish him.
Let him have it.
Slug
Let him
him.
have it.
Slug
Let
him.
him have it.
Slug him.
You showed him who's boss.
See? That wasn't so hard.
You listen to the wrong people.
I'm not touching that.
That's really not my problem.
You have to step in and sort things out.
How's it going?
This is gonna change.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I don't know why he gets so worked up.
I never would have thought of that himself.
I can't believe that. Sort things out.
I'm not telling you anything new. Don't tell me that you know that.
Same old thing all over.
Have
you seen those black hooded guys? When I was at sea, I saw some pretty. They went in the direction of the bandit camp in the mountains at this. Maybe you should go there and check on those guys and do away with them.
That was obvious.
The things I could
Like
tell you.
Beliar himself was after him.
I'm never telling you that. You.
You have to step in and sort things out.
Nothing you can do.
Everything all right with you?
You saved my ass, man. I'll never forget that.
What do you want to do now?
I think I'll load up on grub first.
And then?
Who knows? Maybe I'll go back to the mining colony. Someone should keep an eye on the orcs. Otherwise, they'll all show up on the doorstep without warning.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Gossip. But he knew that all along.
Ah, it's good that you've come.
What's up?
I found this in the old chapel. It's a magic rune. I think it will teleport you straight back here to the farm. I thought you might be able to use it.
Wrong people.
If you get involved in a duel with the mercenaries, that's one thing. But if you beat up on a farmer, they run straight to Onar, and he expects me to do something. You'll have to pay a penalty. Onar pockets the money himself as a rule, but it's the only way to settle the matter.
How much?
200 gold pieces.
It's a bad business.
I'm in enough trouble.
I want to pay the penalty.
Good. I'll see to it that Onar gets the money.
You have to step in and sort things out.
I'm no better off myself.
I have freed Gorn.
Yes, he already told me. Good work. He's worth more than...
I never knew that.
But he knew that all along.
I've come from the Valley of Mines. The castle there was attacked by dragons.
So it's true. Lars said that rumors about dragons are circulating through the city. I didn't believe it. What about the paladins?
They've been thoroughly decimated.
Good. Maybe now Lord Hagen will think again about my offer. And if not, then we'll find another way to get out of here.
Where did you pick that up, then?
Do you have better armor for me?
I sure do.
He really didn't deserve that.
Give me the heavy armor.
Here, very good armor. It's the same that I wear.
Of course we got him in the end.
Don't you have anything else for me to do?
You can't get enough, You're in plenty of trouble as it is. What else do you want, then?
Another assignment. I'm a mercenary, remember?
All right, I've got something. It's just the thing for you. I have a debt to settle with the judge in town. I'd actually prefer to do it myself. But the paladins wouldn't let me within a stone's throw of his house. The thing has to be handled with a bit of consideration, so pay attention. You'll go to the judge and offer him your services. You'll try to win his trust and carry out some dirty work for him until you find something to incriminate him. The swine has done so many dirty jobs that it stinks to high heaven. Bring me some, but I don't want you to kid you think you can do.
That's been known a long time.
No problem.
Your reward depends on what...
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
What they...
I'm not telling you anything new.
He really didn't deserve that.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Where did you pick that up then?
I agree with you completely. He doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
Can I?
I don't have much.
I don't believe this.
How can you believe that? Nothing amazes me.
Where did you pick that up then?
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Hey, you!
Known a long time.
How's it going?
Have I given you...
Oh my god!
Let him have it!
He didn't get that from me.
I can't help him. I'm not telling you anything new.
And not so far.
No one really
He
wants to
said
hear
that.
that thing all over again.
That's
one
the
really
first
wants
I've heard of it.
Not my
Why haven't I
problem.
heard about this before? You already know what
I'm not
I
touching
already know who to
that.
believe these days. It's a bad
Tell me
Really
this.
didn't deserve that.
problem.
Let's wait and
That's
see.
the first I've heard
He
of it.
really should have known better.
Don't tell me
No,
you
I'm
know
not
what
touching.
you
You better
know.
watch out who you tell what. It can't go on.
Nobody
forever.
will already know
That's
who to
the truth.
believe these days.
I
I agree with you
Some problems
completely.
solve themselves. You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
That doesn't surprise me.
Possible. Why haven't I heard about this before?
I've got no time for things like that.
I'd have gone about
That's
it differently.
exactly what I said. I could have told you that before.
You just have to listen.
Thekla sent me to pick up a package for her.
Ah, yes. I had actually expected her days ago. Here's the package. Take good care of it.
Where?
Tell me what you...
Heal me.
You don't...
doesn't surprise me.
Hey, you!
You could say so. The Paladins have arrested Bennett, our smith.
How did that happen?
Bennett went to town to buy supplies. Well, he never came back. If you want to learn more, you should ask Hodges. He was in the city with Bennett.
It's a bad business.
Any news?
They seem to have taken him to the barracks and tossed him into the...
How can we get him out?
I don't have any idea. All I can do is keep my...
Nobody ever asks me.
Is it really true?
Hey!
Who said that?
What?
Look around for your...
But no, he insisted he knew better.
Alarm!
From now on, keep your paws off stuff that isn't yours.
So sure. You mustn't believe it.
Die, you miserable bandit!
That's really not my problem.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
If he's telling you anything new, I can't help him.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Will it ever change? Who to believe these days?
That was quite obvious.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I've got my own opinion about that.
I never knew that.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I can't believe that.
Totally obvious.
I'm staying out of it.
I wouldn't be so sure.
You hardly know who to believe.
Anything's
these days.
possible.
Yeah,
But he knew that all along. Don't say you didn't.
All that matters is strength.
Do you really think?
Don't tell me that. That's been known.
I've heard of things.
Blabbermouth, you told.
Do you do?
Sometimes.
That'll only cause more trouble. I could have told you that.
Do you?
Not a.
Tell me that isn't true.
You hardly know.
That's
He
totally
insisted he knew
obvious.
better.
Those are all just rumors.
The things I could tell you.
Will it ever change?
What?
Hey.
As if I
If you
didn't have enough problems.
and
I'd have gone about it differently.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
It's really not my problem.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Inus. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
I never want to see you in there again, off stuff that isn't yours. Not even any gold.
Hey, you. I
don't try. Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Inus. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days. Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Innos. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days. Lothar has been condemned in the name of Innos. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
What about Bennett, the blacksmith?
You mean the mercenary? He is sitting in jail where he belongs.
Can I talk to him?
Certainly. Just go in. But if you try to help him escape, you will be in for it.
I've been able to rescue some of the missing people.
How many people did you find?
All those who were still alive.
All? That was a grand deed.
How's the situation?
Everything is under control.
What do you want here?
I want to see the prisoners.
Yeah, go ahead and say goodbye to your pal. You haven't come to get your buddy out of here. Forget it. As soon as I raise the alarm, and then we'll have us some mince.
Hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Innos. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
How come you're in the slammer?
Those swine have thrown me in the hole. I'm supposed to have murdered a paladin. But I didn't do it. They're only trying to frame me.
Why would they do that?
How would I know? You've got to get me out of here. Talk to Lord Hagen. Tear down the wall. Who cares? Just do something.
What happened?
I went downtown with Hodges to buy some supplies for our boys. Suddenly, we heard a loud scream and the sound of running feet.
Get to the point.
We knew at once that something had happened and that they would grab us at once if they saw us there. We ran like hell, then just before we got to the city gate, I tripped and sprained my ankle. The rest is soon told. The militia was on me at once and they threw me straight into this hole.
Who was murdered?
I have no idea. One of the paladins. I don't know them.
Have you got a name?
Some Lothar, I think. Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure. You had better ask Lord Hagen. He knows all the details.
Do they have any evidence against you?
They say they have a witness who recognized me.
Well, do you know who the witness is?
No, all I know is that he's lying.
Who's leading the investigation?
Lord Hagen himself. Since the victim was one of the paladins, this falls under martial law.
What does that mean?
That's easy to guess. If I don't get out of here, they're gonna let me swing without further ado. You can...
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously... The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
Can you make...
Yes.
How much?
For a pot?
Tell me about...
All right. You shall force what is nobody's destiny but yours. Through fire and snow. Through ice and flames, men in foreign armor. A swamp, lizards, they await you. That's all. There's nothing more I can see.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Khorinis. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. The mercenary Smith Bennett, who treacherously murdered the paladin Lothar, has been condemned in the name of Innos. The sentence is death by hanging. The execution will take place in a few days.
That's not what I heard.
Hey, you!
You're a convict from...
That's what I've always said.
Hey, you!
You're a convict from the mining colony. Scram.
And it's gonna get even worse. Now that's typical, isn't it? These are bad times. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes. Don't tell us who's gonna do the work.
You're a convict from...
Shadows by now. Honestly, I witnessed it. Don't tell me that. That's what I always said.
Adanos feared for the day in which the beast would return to the land. And so he bade Enos
I was at your hut in the Valley of
Mines.
So it's still standing. Did you find it?
If you mean your pouch with the lumps of ore. Yes, I have it.
You're a fox. You know that. Do you have it with
And
you?
Enos,
I'll
in
give you
his
100
wisdom,
gold coins for it.
Did so.
Sure.
Terrific.
Why did you leave it there in the first place?
But
I
the
had no
light
idea. For
was
one
a
meet in
torment
the harbor.
for Beliar. All that
I hope that I'll
Enos
get it back
created
soon.
was destroyed by Beliar.
Give me one
deal. You're a real friend.
But Adanos saw that this way, nothing could exist at all. No light and no darkness.
Do you really believe that?
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Enos deals out fair punishment.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I used to say that myself.
That's all just gossip.
Hey,
What's your...
I didn't mean to intrude.
You have failed!
I need to talk to you about Bennett.
But that's the mercenary who murdered one of my men.
I believe that Bennett is innocent.
The evidence is clear. He is guilty.
So what if the proof is wrong?
Be careful what you say. You raise some serious accusations. If you cannot present me with evidence that the witness lied, then you had best hold your tongue.
How come you're so sure that Bennett is the killer?
We have a witness. As you can see, there is no doubt about the mercenary's guilt.
Who is that witness?
Cornelius, the governor's secretary, saw the murder. His description fits Bennett, no doubt about that. As far as I am concerned, that settles the matter. The mercenary will hang for treason.
You saw the murder of Lothar, didn't you?
I need not answer any questions about a current investigation. Lord Hagen already has everything I know on record.
What was it you saw?
Really, I haven't got any time now. You need to go now. The office is closing.
Enough of that. What did you see?
I saw how the mercenary struck down the and then he took his sword.
Are you complete?
Yes, of course. But I really have...
I don't believe...
So what?
I could tell the mercenaries where you live.
What is that supposed to mean?
I bet they're dying.
You can't do that.
That is very...
I'll say whatever you want.
So what?
I didn't see what happened. I received some gold for blaming that mercenary. In times like these, it's every...
Who paid you?
That's enough. He'll kill me.
Are you gonna tell that to...
I'm not a lunatic. I'll give you my diary.
I agree with you completely.
The things I can tell you.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
Really? How interesting.
I can't believe that.
Surrender.
can't believe that. Nobody will learn anything from me.
I've got my own opinion about that.
I used to say that myself.
He listened to the wrong people.
I couldn't care less.
Cornelius lied.
How did you know that?
Here, I've got his diary. Everything's in there.
That slimy little criminal! In view of the new evidence, there is nothing else I can do. By virtue of the office granted me by king and church, I declare that the prisoner Bennett is exonerated. Cornelius is to be taken.
He's made himself scarce.
Sooner or later, he will turn up. I must perhaps.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Will it ever change?
Tell me that isn't true.
I've heard a thing or two.
I'm not telling you anything new.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
And Beliar gave unto it a portion of his divine power, so that it might destroy the land. Hey, you're the guy who filed a lots of people kicked. The matter must have been in future. You should be.
Hey, you! Any news?
You're responsible for the best news yourself. They've let go to him. I think he'd like to.
It's better to watch out who you tell what.
I never knew that.
I'm not telling you anything new. I'm not telling you anything new.
I wouldn't be so sure.
He doesn't even know how to hold
And
a
there's
sword.
more, believe me.
You hardly know who to believe these days. All along.
He ran like Beliar himself was after him.
Don't tell me you didn't know that. That doesn't surprise me.
What? They've been.
I'm not touching that.
That will never change.
That's really not my problem. That doesn't surprise me.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I've got no time for things like that.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Man, and here I was thinking that.
Well, it worked all right.
You can say that again. He was so scared. Which reminds me.
What do you mean?
Present.
Exactly what I said.
Never knew that.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Nobody will.
What?
We have heard of the dragons that are said to be in the valley.
They're really there.
All right, I believe you. At any rate, some of the boys have decided to go into the valley as well. They're planning to tidy up in there.
What's that got?
I've developed a new type. It's sturdier and lighter than. Since you're the one who saved me, I thought you might want to be in on the. Also, I'm interested in dragons.
How much do I get?
200 gold.
Of course we got him in the
That's the truth.
What about Fort? What do you need?
He never would have thought of that himself.
Can't go on like this forever.
That's not what I heard.
Things I could tell you.
As if I didn't have enough.
He never would have thought of that himself.
Nothing's ever going to change that way.
I wouldn't be so sure.
I've got no time for things like that.
Ask for his own opinion.
I never knew that.
As if I didn't have enough bone.
I'm in enough trouble as it
That will
is.
never change.
You should have known that.
You
don't have to ask me
that. Tell me you didn't know that.
He ran like
I've got no time for
himself
things like
was
that.
that all along.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
And that's the truth.
That'll never change.
He really should have known better.
I couldn't care less.
Like you said.
That's been known a long time.
Nobody knows that. I don't know why he gets so
That's not what I
worked
heard.
up.
I want...
You can't rely on that.
That was quite obvious.
That's all just gossip.
I already thought as much.
I'm not telling you anything new. I agree with you completely.
Teach me. I can teach.
If he doesn't see that,
You've become better.
First I've heard of it.
that's really not my problem.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
That's really not my problem. You already know what to believe.
It can't go on like this forever.
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword. Nobody will learn anything from me. I'd have gone about it differently. It's been known a long time.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Anything new? I'm telling you, you listen to the wrong people. That doesn't surprise
You
me.
believe everything you hear.
Yeah, he really said that. Will it ever change?
You mustn't believe everything you hear. It
No
was
idea.
just
You
like
tell
you
me.
said.
That's no
Listen to
secret.
the wrong people.
And that's the truth.
Hey. What do you... Teach what... Hey. What do you... Hey, you. Teach me how I can.
Surrender.
You're in for it now.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
A few lockpicks would be helpful.
Listen to the wrong people. That's been known a long time. Really didn't deserve that. It was his decision.
Damn it! What's up?
Tell me that isn't true.
The black hooded men in the mountains are no.
You were able to. I didn't trust.
Will never change.
I never would have thought of that himself.
I've got my own opinion about me.
Will it ever change?
I can see that the rumors are—
What rumor?
That you've joined up with those dragon hunters. Well, you never—
Is that all? This is not only—
I know. You defeated—
Oh well.
That's no secret.
Nobody ever asks me.
It had to happen sooner or later.
As if I don't have enough problems.
May it.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Things I could tell you.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
Hey, you!
Don't tell
Any new—
You're responsible for the go.
You don't say. Who says things like that? He can't keep anything to himself.
Hey, you! I want to buy.
I can only sell magic.
Hey, you! What?
I can sell.
Hey, you! Can you—
If I have any.
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adam.
I've got another stone.
Great!
I've got my own opinion about that.
You listen to the wrong people.
I can't believe that.
Anything?
I've seen the likes of you. I shall have—
Will it ever change?
What do you want here? Go! Smart kid.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
But Adanos feared for the day in which the beast—
You don't say.
Are you looking for—
Yes, for my current assignment, I need the claw, but not just any old.
Where can I find—
There are a few.
And what's in it?
I couldn't.
I'll see.
That's what I've
Show me your—
He'd better shut up. That's not what my husband thinks. And it's going to get even worse. Now that's typical, isn't it? But that's terrible. don't say. Honestly, I requested it myself. I don't believe that. Don't tell this to anyone.
Get out of here! Yeah, get out!
It's going to get even worse. Go away. Don't tell me that.
And so he set himself between his brothers in order to reconcile their dispute. And he did not.
Been there, done that.
That's been known a long time.
At the moment,
It had to happen sooner or later.
Justice will prevail in the end.
Get out of here!
yeah, get away from here.
Out!
I guess some people just have
Yeah,
to learn
get
the
away
hard
from
way.
here.
Alarm!
Oh my god! A fight!
I don't want to see you here again. Got it? I'm staying out of it.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Only in us decides what's right or wrong. I'm staying out of it.
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword. Don't tell me you didn't deserve that.
Been there, done that.
I couldn't care less.
Know that. Can't believe that. That's not my problem. Of course, that
It
doesn't
was his decision.
time. I never knew that.
I used to say that
Really
myself.
didn't deserve that. I agree with you.
That's the
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
I'm staying
Believe that. Just forever. Is it really true? I can't help it. I don't believe it.